This was a winning season for 3 of Montgomery College's sports teams. After success at the regionals, the women's tennis team, the golf team, and the Germantown campus baseball team earned the right to play in the national championships. Here's Michael Brown with a look at how they did.
The women's tennis team had a chance to create a little Montgomery College sports history this season. As defending national champions, they had an opportunity to become the first MC sports team to ever win back-to-back national crowns. Last year, the team shocked the experts by winning the national title. And so when 4 of the 5 top players from that team returned, repeating looked possible. Returning were number 1 singles Gail LaPlanche, number 2 Jill Elkheim, number 3 Daniela Tirado, and number 5 Mai Chi. And 2 strong newcomers, Celia Del Moro and Kate Van Ness, were added to the mix. The possible turned realistic as they rolled through the regular season undefeated and then blew everyone away, winning the Region 20 championship. That set up a return to the Nationals.
We went out to Tucson expecting to kind of win the national championship, and we ended up finishing second by 2 points.
But despite the near miss, there was plenty to celebrate in Arizona.
Each girl is flighted, so we have 6 girls, so they are in 6 different flights. Jill was number 2, Daniela was number 3 in their flight, respective flights. So they won all of their matches and were the All-American. And we had a surprise with Celia also at number 5 doing the same, which was a total surprise. We came into the final day with 5 finals, and we won 4 of them. We won 2, 3, 5 singles and number 2 doubles, which were Gail and Mai.
So national champs last year, runners-up this year, plus 3 individual All-Americans and an All-American doubles team this year. What a 2-year run this has been. And now, turning to baseball, where yet another Montgomery College team played for the national championship. The Germantown Gryphons returned to the Junior College World Series for a 2nd straight year after a terrific regular season. Here's how it happened. Even though Germantown has enjoyed great success over the last few seasons, the return of just 5 sophomores from last year's record-setting team created some serious question marks. To start with, All-American shortstop Jensen Pupa, who was also last year's top starting pitcher, was asked to move to the closer slot, a vastly different role.
I mean, it's just hard because I need to worry about hitting and playing shortstop, and then knowing that anytime I can just come to the mound like right away. I mean, I like it because I like playing every day.
Another returning All-American, Aaron Sofield, was coming off ligament replacement surgery on his elbow and had not faced live hitters in almost a year. How would he handle that?
First, I was nervous to see how my elbow could handle it because I was going to go 100%. I was around 88, 87. That's where I left off last year, so it felt good. I'm only 11 months out of surgery.
And one more crucial question. How would all the new guys fit in, and could they contribute? But all the answers to these questions were positive. It would take a team effort to get back to the World Series, and that's what they got, as the sophomores and the new guys meshed. Sofield returned to form and led the team in complete games, strikeouts, and was 2nd in wins. Pupa was 1st in saves and had the lowest ERA. And first-year pitcher Nick Franceschi led the team with 8 wins. At the bat, Pupa led the team with a .476 batting average and was 2nd in RBIs. Sofield led the team in homers and RBIs and was 2nd in hitting. First-year player Justin Perry was 2nd in homers and 3rd in batting average. And Kevin Keith contributed 5 homers while hitting over 300. So head coach Dan Rasher and his Gryphons went back to the World Series for a 2nd straight season. And even though they didn't win it, they did beat the number 2 team in the nation in their opening game. And by any measure, this has to be looked on as one of the best Germantown teams ever. Pupa and Sofield were named first-team All-American, and Pupa won the National Rawlings Gold Glove Award. And several first-year players received postseason honors. Franceschi and Perry were named to the All-Region team, Keith was named to the Region 20 All-Tournament team, and Ittenbach made the World Series All-Tournament team. And we're not done yet with our parade of winners, because one more Montgomery College team also headed off to the national championships. Head coach Bobby Ashton's men's golf team returned to the Nationals for a 2nd straight year after an undefeated regular season, followed by a dominating win in the regionals. Here's a look at how it all came together. This year's men's golf team was one of the deepest and most talented in years.
I really haven't ranked them 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 this year. They're all really solid players. I think that Steve Delmar has probably got the lowest stroke average this year, with the other 4 very close behind.
Team chemistry was another strength this season.
Team's great, great bunch of guys. Bobby's a great coach.
And as Ferguson hinted, playing for Bobby Ashton is another big reason for their success.
He keeps you going, you know. He doesn't let you get down. Yeah, he keeps you up, you know. When you double bogey a hole, he'll come talk to you. Be like, hey, keep it going, you know. Don't worry about it. That hole's history. This is a new hole.
So mixing strong players with great team chemistry and superior coaching produced a romp through the regionals.
We did very well. I'm not going to tell you how many shots we won by, but it's quite a few.
Delmar finished first in the regionals, followed by Apollina's and Shapiro. And even though Ashton modestly didn't want to crow about the results, the team finished far ahead of second-place Anne Arundel. This set up a return to the Nationals in upstate New York on a course that none of them had ever seen. But Ashton and the team liked how they were playing and were optimistic about their chances.
So we get to go up to New York and play a nice golf course up there, play with a lot of real good players, see how we can compete on the national level.
Even though they didn't win the whole thing, they finished a very strong third in the nation, just a few strokes off the pace. And individually, the team placed 3 players in the national top 25. Steve Delmar 12th, Joey Shapiro 16th, and Nick Scrivens 24th. That's a look at sports. Back to you, Beth.
Thanks, Michael, and thank you for watching. If you want more information about any of the stories you've seen on our show, log on to montgomerycollege.edu/mctoday. For this edition of Montgomery College Today, I'm Elizabeth Homan.